Good morning. Besides my mat not being perfectly clean, not just kidding. Lily decided to have a little accident on my mat today. Anyways, here we are, Saturday morning. We got some weights. We got our spirit and our strength, and we're about to get a great workout. So let's take a nice big deep breath. Really reach for the ceiling here. Arms are nice and long, and then we're going to take it all the way down. Push your weight backwards. Let your head go. Now you're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. And we're going to reach the arms nice and long again. Swan dive it down. You're weighting into your heels. Let it go. Roll up. So your spine is in flexion. And then reach. And take it down. Roll it up. And now we're going to do 3 more of these with our spine long. So we're going to exhale all the way down. You're going to inhale, extend to a flat back, and then come up. We're going to do that twice. 2 more times. Inhale, extend, reverse it. And 1 more time. This should feel really good for the body, right? This is just a nice fluid warm up. Extend the spine, come all the way back up, reach, and then let it go. Right arm only, hip goes out with it, reach it long. So your arm is straight. And then do the same on the opposite side. Big lean over, but long arm reaching out. So you're really trying to get a big, huge stretch right over that hip and right over your lat. Do it again. Maybe you try to go a little more each time. We're doing it 1 more time on each side. Last one. So what we have today in our pile is heavy weights and medium weights. And of course, water and a towel. Big deep breath. Swan dive it all the way down. Let your head relax. Now you're just going to oscillate between inhaling and extending the spine, shifting the hips back, folding back down. Inhale, extend. Your legs should be really straight here. Exhale back down. And again, inhale, extend. And exhale back down. Now you're going to inhale, extend. We're going to hold this. So I'm going to have you walk your fingers a little more forward and shift your hips backwards. You're just going to hold here for a few deep breaths. Make sure your neck is nice and chill. Position your head wherever you don't feel it being strained. Big deep breaths into the ribs. Nice. Now hands down, walk it all the way to the front of the mat. Meet me in your high plank position. And we're going to oscillate between down dog, pushing your heels towards the floor, getting high on the toes and floating back forward to plank. Do that 2 more times. Push back, heels down, up on the toes, float the body forward. Make sure you haven't dropped your face. And do it again. Bring it forward. Now you're going to step your knees into bear. And we're going to put the knees down on the floor. So it's basically your quadruped position. Lift the knees up just an inch. We're waking up the belly. Lower down. And lift. And lower. And lift, and do it 4 more times. Find your breath, draw that belly up and in. We want to keep those shoulders right over the wrists. So after the last one, you're going to stay in this position and do some nice cat-cows. shifting the hips back a little bit, tucking under as much as you can, pushing through your palms away from the floor, and then reverse it. Coccyx bone up to the ceiling. Keep the belly drawing in. Do it again. And reverse. And again. Really try to create as much space between those shoulder blades as you can get. And flip it around. And do it again. Now come back to a neutral spine. We're going to take the right arm forward, your left leg back. And then switch sides. Now we want to really engage the core so we're not shifting the body from side to side as we run through these a few more times. So keep your hips even, nice and square. Couple more. Nice. So from your quadruped position now with your toes tucked under, let's meet in a small dog. We're going to go up with the heels as high as you can get them. So you're going to feel more weight in the arms and then push the heels back down. Really try to pull the back of the knees towards the back of the room. Get up on the toes again. Like you're about to do a handstand. And then shift the weight back and draw the heels down. One more time, lift up. And back down with the heels. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. We're going to inhale and extend the spine. Now you're going to come into a nice little squat. Fingertips are still on the floor. And then come back to a straight leg. So you're just bending and straightening the legs. And while you do that, try to weight into your heels. Couple more. Warming up these quads. We're going to start with some squats. So we've got squats, deadlifts, bicep curls, and sumos. That's pretty much what we're going to be concentrating on today. Okay, hold your squat. Now I want you to lift your arms up off the floor. So you're in a low squat. Come all the way up, arms straight up to the ceiling. Back down into that nice low squat. And all the way back up. And you have 3 more to do. Nice and low. Weight in the heels. Shift that butt back. Come all the way back up. And lower back down. Take it up. And down. And up. And relax. Okay. That's your warm up. Say goodbye. I'm going to get a quick sip of water. Cheers, guys. So we said we would start with squats. So let's go with the heaviest weights that you have access to. And of course, you've got another pair close by. You want to switch. Here we go. Down, back up. So weight into the heels. Try to shift the butt backwards when you go up and down. We're going to do 5 of these. And now we're going to do 5 deadlifts. Let the weights stay by your side. And when you get down with your legs straight and your spine long, you place those weights just outside the feet. So please don't let them push forward. Nice. Now turn the toes out. So you've got them slightly off the floor. We're going to shoulder these weights. You're going to do a little sumo squat and come back up. 4 more. Okay, hold it here. Bring your feet back, hip width apart. Give me 5 single bicep curls with this heavy weight. We're doing one at a time. Makes it a little bit easier, but if your weights are not really hard, then use 2 at a time and make it happen 5 times. Nice job. Okay, put them down. That's round 1. In between these rounds, we're going to do some lateral lunges without any weights. So you focus on range of motion and depth here. Turn to face the right side of your room. Take your feet apart, pretty wide. Shift your butt back, so you're doing a little hip hinge, and then you're just going to lunge into that leg and come back up, and then lunge the other way and back up. Should feel those inner thighs. If you're getting down low enough without flexing the spine, right? Okay, now we're going to stay on the right leg. Do 5, just up and down on that right leg. Try to get as low as you can. And then we're going to do 5 on the other leg. Nice and low. You can go as slow as you want, right? It's not a race. More important to think about what you're doing and try to improve your range of motion. Nice. Okay, come on back up. And now we're back to our heavy weights again. So pick them up. Feet are hip width apart. You ready? Nice deep squats. Weight stays back right beside the feet. Okay, let's turn these into 5 deadlifts. Legs are nice and straight. You're weighting into the heels. Nice. Now, let's shoulder these weights. Heels on the mat, toes off. Start your 5 sumos. One more. Nice. Bring those feet hip width apart, right into your bicep curls. Getting out of breath here with these weights. Whew. See, doing a weight workout can be cardio too, if you're really challenging it. Okay. Put those down. Woo. Now, we're not doing the lateral lunges again. We're going to do single leg balance pose, but we have one more round of what we just finished. So don't get excited. It's not over. So here we go. You are going to kickstand one foot. So I've got the majority of my weight in my left leg. Right foot on the toes. I'm not using any weights to start. I'm just going to come down, lifting that back leg. I'm going to get the back leg parallel to the floor. And then I'm just going to hold it parallel to the floor as I slide my hands down my leg to my ankle. So your back leg is engaged and it's hanging out. Once you got both hands on your ankle, try to shift your weight back a little bit. Oh my goodness. A lot of work for that one leg. Now slide the hands back up the leg slowly and kickstand the foot again. That's one. We have 4 more. How fun is this? Take that back leg slowly parallel to the floor. Start sliding down with the arms. Keep the hips nice and even. Find your ankle and hang out. Come back up slowly. Whoops. At least try to. Sometimes it's harder than we think. Okay. We have 3 more. We got this. Come on back down. So let's really try to make, when we come back up this time, we're not doing it yet, but when we do, let's try to really control the movement. Bring it up. Nice and slow. Very steady. And then kickstand that foot again. So we're really not taking all of our weight out of this left leg. So we want it to fatigue is the point. Okay, working on our last 2. Come on down nice and slow. Back leg is going to stay parallel to the floor with those hips square. Nice and steady coming up. 80% of the weight still in that left leg. Here's your last one. Make it the best. Once you get down, you're just hanging out with the hands on the ankle. Then start to slowly come back up. Nice. Now we get to shake out that leg. Get a quick sip. Get ready for the other side. Okay. So all the weight's going into the right leg. Kickstand the left foot. Get used to weighting into the right. Try to lift up out of the hip. Keep your posture and your spine long, right? We're not flexing our upper back. Start your hip hinge. Straighten out that back leg. Get it parallel to the floor. Try to get the hands all the way down to your ankle. Come up nice and slow. Just to a kickstand. Repeat. Try to keep it nice and fluid. Steady, like you're in charge of the movement. Back up slow. And again. Up nice and slow. Steady Eddie wins the race here. Repeat. No rest for the wicked. Okay, we have 1 more. Hopefully you're feeling this. And then we're going to come back to that final round of squats, deadlifts, sumos, and bicep curls. Okay, shake it out. Here we go. You're picking up your big girl weights. Let's start out. We have 5 of each. So 5 squats. Get your booty down. Don't drop the face. Keep those knees steady. Shit, there's just so much to remember, right? Okay, here we go. Legs are going to stay straight. You fold down. Spine stays nice and long. We're doing 5 of each. Now we're going to shoulder these weights. Sumo position. Nice and low for 5. Last 2. Last 1. Okay. Bicep curls, here we go. Good posture, right? Don't round. Stay nice and tall. Excuse me. I'm out of breath. Ooh, it's hot in here too. Okay, 1 more on each. Okay. Grab a quick sip of water. I'm going to turn on some AC. I'm sweating. Okay. Not gone for long. Did you miss me? Come all the way down into a bridge. Get one of those heavy weights. Hold it over your hips. Your head's nice and flat to the floor. Walk those feet in. Squeeze your butt and press up through the heels. Just hold here. You're going to squeeze your knees together. Open them hip width. Get your toes off the floor. Stay on the heels. Big squeeze. You got 5 of them. Okay, keep the heels down and the toes up. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time till your butt's on the floor. Give me that nice little pelvic tilt. Press up through the heels 5 times. Back of the arms are not resting on the floor. So when you get your 5th one done, meet me at the top. Now you're going to open the knees as wide as you can. You can put your feet down, your toes down, and then squeeze. Your toes can pivot off the floor as you squeeze. So open the feet out, open the knees out, keep your butt up, and then squeeze your knees together. Toes are going to lift while you do that. Open back out. Work as big of a range as you can, and then squeeze back together. Big old squeeze before you start your next repetition. Should be feeling this in the outside of the glutes and your inner thighs. We're going to do 5 in total. Then you're going to put the weight off to the side and your butt down. Nice. Okay. Put that weight off to the side. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. Cheers, guys. Lying all the way down, we're doing a full body stretch. It's a nice little reprieve here. Now take your arms and get them really wide. So you're actually making a Y with your body. So 45-degree angle, you're switching up the arms. Spread your fingers wide, get your arms nice and long like they're reaching out. And now bring them in, lie them down on the floor beside you. You're going to bring both knees in to the chest. So you're on your lower back now. Without holding the knees, just do a little gentle rock side to side. And then turn that into a little circle. Your knees are together. Change the direction. Nice. Now rock and roll up to a seated position. I'm gonna have you hold your heaviest weight horizontally, just like this. Your legs are bent. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Now, just like you're about to do a V-sit, you're gonna lean back with your spine long. Okay, you're gonna keep your feet on the floor. Now, draw your belly in and rotate the chest to face the right side of the room. Then bring it forward and lift the weight up to the ceiling. Bring it back down and go the other way. And if this becomes too hard to maintain this sort of modified V-sit, sit up tall, take a break, start again. It is work for your hip flexors, which is a good thing. You're definitely working your core here, as you're pulling that stomach in, constantly working, and your arms and shoulders. Again, take a rest if you need to. I know my hip flexors are starting to talk to me. Let's do one more on each side. Big rotation, square it off, and then switch. Nice, okay. We're going back to that nice full body stretch, but this time we're going down Pilates style. So pelvic tilt, nice and slow. Bring it down, belly in, arms all the way back. Point those toes. Take a few deep breaths. Bring the arms back by your side. Tuck your chin because you're going to lift the head, roll it back up. Now we're going to dive between the legs. We're going to do some calf work up on our feet. We're just going to just release that lower back a little bit. Take a few breaths here. Now stand it back up however you want to get there. So I'm going to hold my medium weights, 10-pounders, whatever you can do. Here we go. Your feet are hip width apart. We're going to play around with how we position the feet, but right now we're starting out in a fairly easy, stable position. So you're going to lift up, lower down. Now again, we want to be the boss of this movement, so we want to control it as best we can. High up on those toes as you can go. We're doing 10, you're about halfway. Feeling this in the back of the legs. It's also a really great way to strengthen our ankles. Okay, now we're going to turn our toes in towards the midline of the body. They're actually not touching. I have maybe 1.5 inches between the two toes. Now I'm going to lift up and down. You might feel this in a slightly different way. But again, we're doing 10 and we're trying to do them with control. Squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back and stand really tall. So you're actually working on your posture while you do this. Okay, turn the toes back forward and then turn them out a little bit. Just off the midline of the body a little bit. Start again. Just 10. We got this, right? Work your thoracic spine. Lift your shoulders up a little bit. You've got a nice loose grip on those weights. So after we get done our calf raises, we're going to do a little bit of rowing, and then we stretch and say goodbye. Time just flies. Okay, turn your feet to face forward. Get up on the toes and just hold it up. Now go up and down at the top of the move, just pulse it out. Whoops. And done. Okay. Whew. Get a quick sip. So I'm gonna row one side at a time. I'm gonna get into a split stance with my feet, but I have both my heels on the floor. Weights in my right hand, my left hand's on my leg. I'm gonna take it down a little bit and I'm just gonna start my rows. Big squeeze of that shoulder blade at the top. Try to move the weight backwards as you lift it up. It's not a big movement, but that's the action you're looking to do to really get into that thoracic spine. Push it back as you lift up. We have 10 on this side, 10 on the other side, and we're repeating it twice. Because I'm going to change my feet, change my weight. Here we go on the opposite side. Nice little forward lean of that upper body, pulling that weight backwards as you lift it. You're probably feeling a little bit of that glute. It's having to work just to stabilize. That's why I like doing this in a split stance. Okay, let's change again. One more round. Nice little forward lean, don't be shy. If you don't feel that shoulder blade pinching at the top, wiggle the positioning, change it, try to explore to find the right way to do it. When you've done 10 on that side, get to your final round here. We're going to do a nice quick transition to a pyramid stretch since we're up on our feet already. 2 more. Now put that weight down. So in this pyramid stretch with your right leg forward and your left leg back, I'd like your feet to be far enough apart as possible with both your heels on the floor. So you got to explore that, right? Once you've figured you're in the right spot, let's start going down nice and slow. When your hands get to your ankle and your spine is long, hold on that spot for 3 breaths. And then we're going to just round over that leg. Hips are nice and square. Okay, hands down, round your back, drop your head. You're looking through the legs to the back of the room. Unweight the upper body completely over that leg. Okay, inhale, extend the spine. So let's get up on our fingertips. Hands back to your leg, come up slowly. Switch legs, left leg forward, right leg back. Both legs are straight. Take it down. Hold for 3 breaths. Really try to emphasize moving that left hip isometrically towards the back of the room. When you do that, you'll feel a little more intensity in the upper hamstring. Okay, Hands down, round the back, let the head go, completely fold over the leg. Keeping bends in your elbows helps you completely unweight the upper body. Take some big, deep breaths. Okay, inhale, extend the spine, fingertips only. Hands to the leg, walk it up. Step your back foot in. We're going to do one little quad stretch since we did a lot of squats. So standing nice and tall, pick up your left foot and push that foot hard into the hand. Take this arm and just reach it up for a little balance challenge. Nice. Now do the same on the opposite side. Find that foot and really create a big PMF stretch in the front here. And then slowly lift the arm up. Keep pushing the foot into the hand. Nice. Let it go. Shake out both legs. Okay. We're going to do one squat. We're going to go all the way down to the floor if we can. Bring your hands to heart. Your toes are out like you're doing a sumo. Okay? And then just start to lower. Slow. We're going to get low enough that we can eventually just drop our butt onto the mat. When you do that, you're going to extend the arms out in front just to help you counterbalance, and then sit that butt down. And there we are. Okay. Left leg into the front corner, right foot inside the leg. We're going to take the right hand to the outside of your left foot. Grab hold of it. Take your left hand behind your left hip. You're getting a nice little stretch through the right side body. I haven't lowered my torso yet, so I'm doing more of a rotation here. But I'm feeling this all the way below that right shoulder. Okay, now we're going to take both hands and just grab the foot anywhere you like. Try to fold over that leg and relax the elbows and head down. Take a few more deep breaths. Slowly walk it up. And now we're going to change legs. Right heel to the corner. Left foot inside. Left hand to the outside of that foot. Reach it. Keep your spine long. Take your right hand behind the right hip. Hold on this spot and just breathe. Nothing like a great weight workout with time to stretch at the end. I love this part. Okay, take it up. You're going to bring both legs out to the side. We're going to work on the inner thigh stretch now. So let me move back. So both heels out, feet are flexed. You're sitting up nice and tall. You've got the legs as far out as they can go, and your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Walk it up. Spine long. Hold on this spot. Take some nice deep breaths. Make sure you're not creating any strain in your neck. So slightly looking down at the floor will help put the head in the right spot. Now, when and if possible, lower those elbows and round the back. Okay, slowly walk it back up. Bring your feet back together. You're gonna shake it out. Meet me lying down. We're gonna bring both knees up and into the chest. You got your hands on your knees. You're making a big circle. Do 5 in one direction, and then switch and do 5 in the opposite direction. Nice and slow. Should feel really good. Okay, let's take our hands to the left knee, hug it in nice and close, and let's extend the right leg all the way down along the floor, and put your right calf down. Press it into the floor. You're going to feel a nice release through that right hip flexor. And let's switch legs. Hug that right knee nice and close into the chest. Left calf presses into the floor. Okay, one more stretch here. We're going to do happy baby, 2 legs at a time. So hold the outsides of the feet, take the heels up towards the ceiling. Use your arms to help you pull the knees towards the floor. Now let's add a gentle rock side to side. It's not big, just a little. Keep the low back on the floor. Now get rid of the rock. Take the right leg, extend it all the way down, and just hold the left leg where it was. So single leg, happy baby. Bring the right knee back. Just extend that left leg down. Now you're just pressing the right leg down. Great job. Extend both legs down. Arms go all the way back behind you. Big deep breath here. Point those toes. Reach for the back of your room. And then arms are going to come up slowly. Head's going to lift. Chin gets tucked. Roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time and take it between the legs. Let's take some nice deep breaths. Okay. Walk it back up. We're getting up onto our toes. Push yourself up onto your toes. Lift those heels nice and high. And then full forward fold. Oh my goodness, how much stretchy, bendy happiness are we feeling? Roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a nice big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo! Have a wonderful Saturday.